Why do so many parents these days work against each other instead of together?
Well, that could be a number of reasons. One reason could be because they're not on the same team, and you have one on this team and you have another one on this team. So there's that separation, there's that division.
That's the first part. Team. It should be one team to start with. It shouldn't be a
Exactly.
separate team. So there
Exactly.
you have a failed situation if you got more than one team.
Exactly.
Okay, so that right there is one. So if that's the case, then that's the reason. But if you have the same team and it's anything else, it would be just character. One not being in touch with themselves and not being able to accept certain things about certain situations based upon what they have to deal with themselves. Because what I've gathered is the what makes the relationship, what makes parenting easier for me, what has over the years, has been the fact that I've worked on myself. I've gotten a relationship better with myself, and I realize that as long as I'm communicating good with me, I can easily have a relationship with anything outside of me. When I was not really focused on myself first, I was having friction amongst all relationships. So I realized the foundation is a core within inside of self, and every relationship from that is easy. Based upon for me, can't speak for everybody, but based upon the natural consensus, and I speak to a lot of people who pretty much say the same thing, but they're fast thinkers. They're people who are more, I would say, more advanced in spiritual aspect of things, or not even advanced, but more involved. You know what I'm saying? Like in spirit, because you never know what you might learn today that will catapult you past the next person who is in a certain space that's just has learned in dormant because they think they know. This whole process is a continuously learning process. So that's the reason being off in any relationship, not being able to agree or whatnot is because of your personal agreement with yourself. Because everybody you can agree, you can deal with. You don't have to agree with it. What I mean, everybody you can deal with one way or the other. Either deal with them or don't.
Champions win regardless who they
Yeah,
play with.
that's real. Champions because that's what they came to do. Win. And that's what we do. We're champions. We gonna win, and that's the reason why we don't I don't really have too much back and forth going on with her about anything parenting related because I set the foundation early. She knows that I'm capable of doing my part. Same thing here. I know she's capable of doing her part. If we see where one needs assistance, then we step up and we assist. And we've learned over time you do not let your children get the ups on, any advantage on thinking that they can leeway their way in because you'd be surprised at how the boys do with the girls, I mean with the moms and the girls do with the dads. The boys do with the moms, and how the girls do with the dads, and how
Hmm.
it's interesting. It's an interesting play, but I enjoy the whole process. I'm grateful for it, and I realize that as long as we stay in the space of being on the same team and overstanding, none of them would be here had not I planted the seed, and they would not be here had you not nurtured the seed, and we agreed to you know, raise it. So that's the whole point, and that's why that's first and foremost. Y'all have heard us say on another video, probably if you saw it, possibly saw it. We had an agreement to start with. We agreed, like, okay, look, if we don't think for one second, if you think for 1 second you can't handle it, then don't get involved. One thing is for certain: we have children. We're responsible to them because we both came from households that didn't stay solid. Okay,
And champions know what it takes to win, and that's what we've been from the very beginning, and that's how we've been able to get to where we are today. And here we are with our little champions.
already. our our star seeds, our young god and goddess. I'm
Yes.
grateful.